I'll teach you how to survive 1 week in Project Zomboid or your money back. It all starts in location and character selection. Location. Since you are probably watching this video because you are dying within minutes, let's choose a Winnie Haw Jr. location pick of the map, Rosewood. It has a gated community, just make a gate and you're good to go. Making it to character selection. There are some professions that are going to be useless for you, like any cooking and firearms. Cooking professions only help in late game when your food sometimes spoils because you have an abundance. You will be able to cook the spoiled food without getting dysentery. Any firearm professions are bad because I said so. I'll elaborate later. I would probably either pick carpenter or unemployed, but only because myself is an unemployed guy living in my mom's basement, so it's relatable. Next, there are a few picks that are just free points. Severely underweight is golden since you just pop a few butter sticks in your mouth and you'll be fat in no time. Some people choose smoker, but it's just annoying having to smoke every other hour in game time. Weak stomach and weak are good picks. Weak stomach just means you'll get dysentery if you eat bad food, and guess what? You'll get dysentery if you eat bad food even without a weak stomach. And being weak isn't that bad since you could gain the strength back. Slow reader? Shit, they have a fast forward button there. Great positive picks are fast learner. You'll gain more XP for your individual levels. Keen hearing stops zombies from sneaking up on you since you have a wider radius of hearing ability. Now this is a personal opinion of mine that people like to go with for quote unquote free points. To me, it's severely penalizing, and that is high thirst, but some find it manageable by getting another water bottle. So if you're insisting on going with this penalizing trait, I suggest you pick a place on the map that has natural bodies of water, such as Madberg, that has a lake, or get to a level 4 carbonary so you can make rain collection. One last easy free point pick is nearsighted since you can counter the effects with glasses. Now, onto the gameplay. Firstly, cover all windows and doors with blinds. If you don't have any, use bed sheets to cover them. This stops zombies from being able to spot you and having to run out of your starter home butt cheek naked, making a ruckus and getting swarmed and dying a swift death with just a plunger in your hand. Next would be eating anything in high calories if you are underweight, such as chips, cereal, mac and cheese, ice cream, or butter sticks, or any meat laying in your freezer. I suggest tuning into Life and Living and reading books so you could pass the time to get hungry again so you could eat anything with high calories. You don't want to move around too much and expend the already low amount of calories you have since you are severely underweight. Weapons. Sometimes there isn't any in your starter home, so venturing out defenseless is the only option. So be careful because running any corner can lead to a confrontation. Ideally, you would want to face just one zombie because you are extremely weak and will be killed if there's even more than one. Best to sneak around for now. If you were to run into two zombies, however, while in a loot run, it would be best if you hit one and push the other instead of hitting both at the same time. Watches are a good find early on since it doubles as a watch and alarm. This way you know when a Life and Living run will happen. The time slots are 6 AM, the cooking show, at 12 PM, the carpenter show, which in my opinion is one of the most important ones, and finally at 6 PM or 1800 you will either get fishing, foraging, or trapping, basic outdoor survival skills. I suggest watching all these TV shows because they're all free skill points. You can also read a book while you watch a show to maximize your time. Now when looting a house, always be on your guard because sometimes zombies are spawned inside the home and don't move until you open their door. Ask me how I know that. So many runs have been ended that way. Always upgrade your clothes when you can and take unread books / mark them on your map. They will be eternally useful later. Obviously food is a priority. Canned food is for later and food in refrigerator is for now. Making salads is an easy way to upgrade your food skills. Sometimes zombies will break your window at night and it's not ideal to have to fight them off when you can barely see. And they can see you as if it was daytime. Unless you have a mod that makes it as if zombies have the same visibility as you, which is honestly great. I don't know if some mods I use that make the game run more logically and add fun things to the game. But congrats, you live to fight another day by taking it nice and easy. Day 2. Remember, when listening to the radio and TV, that zombies can hear what you hear, so turn it down. In the start, you want to scavenge as much as perishable foods you can. 1, because you won't be able to eat it afterwards, and 2, it gives the most calories, which is lit. So what I do is something called Nomad Hit Stays and Runs, or HERS for short. Basically, I clear an area and stay in the best looking house there is and move all my things from my previous nomadic base until I arrive at my desired base location. This does 2 things: get me to a better base such as the mansions in Rosewood that are across town from me, and create different safe houses all across town. Allow me to store small amounts of food and weapons that I will need in case of an emergency while I am on a supply run. A third thing is mapping all the supplies I will ever want and need when I finally get my car and fortify my house. Day 3. Remember, watch the cooking show. While using the HERS method to move around, I always skip a house so it doesn't take as long to move to my desired place. A great way to clear out zombies in a housing complex is using defenses. The zombies will trip over so you can one-shot their head, but don't be too close because sometimes they crawl and scratch at you. Might make you trip and now you are crab legs at a Chinese buffet after a church Sunday. Or the scratch becomes infected and now you're a zombie, effectively stopping your run. Anyways, another great way to clear out zombies is called kiting, where you edge to the zombie's radius, so only one or a few start following you instead of the whole horde. Another way is sneaking up on a lone zombie. A sneak attack will do more damage and have a chance of knocking them down. After 3 days of eating good, you are now just underweight. Hooray! Making weapons such as spears are a good way of upgrading your maintenance skill because they break the fastest and are a real good way of killing zombies. You are further away and less likely to be grabbed and bitten. You can also do exercise to get your fitness up, but be sure not to overdo it because you won't be able to fight well the next day. Day 4. My water was shut off in Project Zomboid. In Project Zomboid, water gets shut off randomly as well as electricity. So don't do what I did and not stock up on water. Remember, level 4 carpentry to get rain collectors, and that's if it rains before you die. Getting across the street when there's a horde of zombies just chilling in the house you want to get into. Sometimes you have to think outside the box. This is when big brain moves come into play. Using an alarm to lure zombies to a desired location is a great idea. Just remember to set the alarm. Day 5. My move was set from last night and I had all my bags packed and all. Too bad I fucked myself by putting the alarm too close to me. While fighting zombies while you're trying to move bases, be sure to drop your bags before engaging. Kiting is an essential tool in your arsenal when getting into your next safe house. Remember to clear nearby zombies. You do not want them to be breaking down your doors and windows. Checking your clothes from time to time is also a good habit, especially if you go through bushes or the forest. Your clothes might rip and leave you defenseless to zombie bites and scratches. Day 6. Cleaning out blown out windows is a great idea because if you cut yourself while running away, you might bleed to death before arriving to your location. A weapon that would be great would be a bat due to its long range and the fact that it would not damage the clothes on the zombies. Essentially think of it as a window shopper. Scouting is a great weapon as well, paired with the fact that you can plan escape routes from second floor buildings, allowing you more range and the zombies won't be able to spot you. While saying that, never clear out a house while tired as fuck because this will happen to you. Fuck man. I swear if I fucking got bit, I'm breaking the shit out of my PC. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. This is how I died last time. Holy shit, by some miracle I lived. Thank the RNG gods. I checked my fucking clothes before I got into this house. Oh my god. What am I doing with my life? This is why you also check your clothes if they're ripped. I was saved by Odin's toot. It's a miracle I lived, honestly. You might not be so lucky. I ran my ass back home after that. Trust me, I'm probably gonna do this again in a few days because I never learned my lesson. But you should. Day 7. Lucky day number 7. I'm now regular weight. Let's go! Tool belts are dope since you can carry more tools this way and it's less heavy, but it takes more time taking the tools out. So plan ahead. Do you want more tools on you or do you want less tools but you're able to switch between them while fighting zombies? Best way to cross the street when it's packed is to not cross the street and go around. But that takes too much time, so let's bash some heads in a moderate amount. Never more than 3 zombies at a time. Best way to deal with large hordes is to leave 3 or less away and beat them around the corner where other zombies won't see you. Always make sure there's no zombies behind you as well. Last thing you need is getting your ass bit because you were tunnel vision bashing in some zombies' heads. At this point in my run, I fucked up so bad. I forgot the radio and the radio host by telling you the dreaded helicopter event. This event happens every once in a while. The way to beat this event without getting your base absolutely destroyed is by hiding in said base. Some people have a second base where they run into it with some food, but most importantly, they have a rope stored away next to a window. So after zombies break in the said base, they hop out the window and run into the actual base or their second safe house. But if you forgot, like me, the second way is closing all the curtains and turning off the lights so the helicopter goes away. This event's only purpose is to bring more zombies into your area. So sit down and read and watch TV at the lowest volume. When exiting the house when the event is over, make sure there isn't a big horde near the way you are getting out. Slowly clear out the surrounding zombies and you'll be fine. Who knows, the event might bring you a zomboid with the cherished almighty gun. I know I said 1 week, but let's do day 8 because there are some other important things that happened to me on this day. And I want to add this to this video. When you sleep and a zombie tries to break down your door, you'll wake up. Do not open the door they're trying to break down. The way to know which door is being affected, it'll move a little. Go out the back door or side window. There might be a few zombies behind the one trying to break in, and fighting more than one zomboid in an enclosed place is a death sentence. Finally, you got the gun you've been searching for this whole time, and you want to go kill all the zombies in the surrounded area. Well, I want you to go into the base and take out all the bullets from the mag, put them back in, and then do it all over again. And then again, and then again, and then again. Because there are more zomboids in Roseville than there are bullets. And that's how you survive 1 week and half a day in this godforsaken game. Subscribe!